That's what I'm talking about, Brian. Let's go, Brian Custer. What an absolutely great interview. As we only have, what is it, 4 days left of the week now? TEOFIMO Lopez telling us by the end of this week, everything will have been closed out with Shakur Stevenson. All right? If you guys haven't seen, Brian Custer just dropped the interview this morning with TEOFIMO Lopez. And during this interview, we got a whole bunch of answers. All right? The first thing that I want to talk about was we dropped the video earlier this week and talked about how the demeanor, the body language that TEOFIMO Lopez had, talking about how they haven't even sent paperwork to Shakur Stevenson yet. It didn't look good at all. But today when I woke up and watched this interview, Brian Custer asks him about the Shakur Stevenson fight, if that's happening next. And this is what TEOFIMO Lopez had to say. He promises us.
I would love to get more in detail about it, Brian. However, you know how this goes when it comes to the boxing game. So just everybody stay tuned. I promise you guys all that this is the next fight.
So he tells us, he promises us. We just seen Shakur Stevenson on Twitter drop that picture with Keyshawn Davis talking about fight announcement coming real soon. So honestly, I'm pretty sure at this point, and if I'm wrong, come back at this channel and say, dude, I told you so. Tio always does this. And I won't argue with you. But I'm pretty sure by the end of this Sunday, we will be finding out breaking news that TEOFIMO Lopez and Shakur Stevenson are fighting. All right? That's the way it sounded when he was talking to Brian Custer. Okay? Now,
I can't be too technical with Shakur. You got to make it a little ugly. You do. You got to make it a little ugly. If you try to be too technical with Shakur, it could be too long of a weighted chess match.
did you guys hear that? He can't make this too technical of a fight with Shakur Stevenson. It's going to be too much like a chess match. That's so interesting to me because a lot of people have been thinking going into this fight that, yeah, it's going to be a strategic chess match of a fight, which it still will be. But the way that TEOFIMO Lopez sounds right there is almost as if he knows he can't beat Shakur Stevenson in a point fight. Almost like he knows he cannot beat Shakur Stevenson when it comes to chess match. All right? That's the feeling that I got watching TEOFIMO Lopez speak about that. But the good thing is, at least he understands, and he's not putting out, fake news to people saying, nah, I'll be able to outskin him, I'll be able to outpoint him, watch. We pretty much know for sure, and TEOFIMO Lopez knows, that he can't beat Shakur Stevenson in a point fight. He's going to have to make it ugly, like William Zepeda. Come forward, put pressure. He believes he's going to be able to beat him like that. He said in this interview with Brian Custer that Shakur Stevenson is slow. I see flaws in his game that I will be able to exploit.
They're going to see my power in this fight against TEOFIMO.
Shakur is slow. He's slow. I seen him at lightweight. I seen only highlights of his last fight with Zepeda, and he's slow. He's really slow. There's nothing more to it than that. I just can't wait to really show the flaws that I see in Shakur Stevenson.
Saying that Shakur Stevenson is slow. He's slow as hell. Ooh. Hey, man. Yo, I can't wait to see what Shakur Stevenson has to say about that, and a lot of the fans out there. And I'm going to be honest with you, when you're talking about explosive speed, I would give it to TEOFIMO Lopez. But by no means do I think Shakur Stevenson is an absolutely slow fighter. He can flick that jab out there pretty quick when he wants to. He can put combinations pretty fast when he wants to. Sure, he doesn't have the most knockout power. Okay, I won't argue with you with that. But I wouldn't necessarily go as far as saying he's super slow the way that TEOFIMO Lopez is making it, all right? Now, that makes it very interesting because he promises that this fight's going to happen. When the fight night comes, we're really going to see how slow Shakur Stevenson is. we are really going to see how slow TEOFIMO is. And I'm telling you right now, man, everything he just said right there might end up being a pretty good meme and a pretty good video to end up coming back to. What is it? 3 months from now, in January. All right. I absolutely love it though, man. I love the crap talking from TEOFIMO Lopez. I love it. Now, one more subject that I wanted to hit to, and I think this is a very important one. Brian Custer asks him
for black fighters, and they were talking about, I guess, quotes that you had made about certain fighters.
Man, I grew up seeing these guys talk trash. Nothing about racism, man. I literally seen them talk trash to build up fights. Did I try something? Yes. Did it work in my benefit? No. But it's a learned experience.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I am that. I just try to see how to spark up something because no one's really trying to aim. And I thought, I just want to fight black fighters.
Yeah, man. He responds to all the accusations and everything that's been going on with him in that subject. Now, we all remember TEOFIMO Lopez sending the bananas, sending the watermelon to Keyshawn Davis's hotel door, right? When he was supposed to fight Denise Bereshek, okay? And we all remember when he was hitting the bag, talking about Terrence Bud Crawford. And I don't want to bring up what he was saying, but we all remember the accusations towards TEOFIMO Lopez, a lot of the quotes that he's made on Twitter, right? Don't get me wrong. I reacted to this too and thought TEOFIMO Lopez was tripping, right? And I still believe maybe he is still, but he just said that the whole time he was just trying to build the fights. That he said growing up, he's seen people talk crap like that, setting up these huge fights. And he said, yo, I thought I'd just test the waters out. And decided to pull something off like that. Now, that's sketched out in the first place, my people. That's pretty sketchy. I'm going to tell you guys right now, that's pretty sketchy to do in the first place. I know what you're thinking, but there's many different type of ways that you can sell this fight, T.O. But he explains to Brian Custer that he's learned his lesson, that pretty much I don't think he's going to be trying that again. I don't know. It's TEOFIMO Lopez at the end of the day. You really can't trust him, right? But I thought Brian Custer did an absolutely wonderful job on interviewing him, getting some answers out of him. We don't know if it's 100% the truth because you never know what to believe with TEOFIMO Lopez. But one thing I will tell you is the amount of pressure that they have been putting on him. He's been putting on himself. Shakur Stevenson, right? Showing up to live events, building up their own fight during these live events. I'm pretty sure when he promised us and he talked to Brian Custer, a guy like Brian Custer, who's really, really respected in the boxing game, I don't think he would lie to him straight to his face like that. Hopefully not. He promises us that the fight with Shakur Stevenson is next. Okay? He says he's slow. And, yo, one more thing is he did say he likes to fight black fighters. All right? Now, I don't know where that's coming from, but of course, you know, there's always a rivalry with Latinos and African Americans. It always sells a lot of pay-per-views. Maybe that's where he's coming from. But during that interview, he did say that comment, and I thought it was kind of funny. Not funny, but I thought that was kind of weird. All right? But at the end of the day, everybody has their own opinion on him, and it's your decision to decide whether his explanation was correct and now you forgive him. If not, I completely understand. You feel me? Great job from Brian Custer. And now it's time